Thanks for joining me, everybody. I'm your host, Hype Man. This is an episode of Meet a Raven NFT Artist, and today I'm going to have MorganCrow on the show. Thanks so much for joining me, Morgan.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Yeah, of course. So when did you first get into Ravencoin?
I think I started playing with the coin itself around January. Before that, I was playing a Humble Miner game. That's a game that you can download on your phone or your tablet. And you can earn some NFTs there. And I had no clue what to do with it. I had no clue about the coin behind it or the Ravencoin community. And so when I started earning my first NFTs, I asked the developer of the game, "Hey, what can I do with this?" And he showed me how to make a Mango Farm wallet, and he sent my first NFTs. And I kept it there for a while, and I just continued playing. And after a few months, then he started talking about Ravenist, where he was selling NFTs. So I've checked the website out. I posted some of the NFTs that I got in the game there, and I sold them. And that's the first time I really heard about Raven.
So playing the Humble Miner game is what got you into Ravencoin, huh?
Yeah, exactly.
That's cool. That's a cool onboarding process, and it's probably cool that he has that feedback because, in my opinion, you're definitely very well involved in the NFT part of Ravencoin at this point. So the onboarding process of you just playing a game to becoming an NFT artist is it's really cool to see. So you have some sort of background in art.
Yeah, I have different backgrounds in art. Actually, yeah, of course, as a kid, I was always drawing and making my own art, and just most of the time I was drawing swords and skulls and gothic dresses and etc. Till one point, and then I yeah went to high school and stopped with that. And later on, I started body painting and face painting and etc. And that's where I expressed a lot of my art and a lot of my creativity. And after my divorce with my ex-husband, I put it down my brushes, and I started to do education as a graphic designer. So that's where I got interested in digital art, and yeah, did my cup of tea with digital art.
So how long have you been doing digital art? When did that start?
To be honest, I think for maybe a year, 1.5 years.
Nice. Well, uh, just my take on your stuff, especially like the RGB series, was I thought it was so cool how it was very minimalist, uh, but also had such unique design, and I hadn't really seen anything like that on Ravencoin for sure. And I think it's very unique in that aspect as well. And then you did, the dream catchers, and you started kind of changing what you can do. And I thought those were also uniquely simple, but also very different. And I have like some spiritual meaning, some reference with dream catchers. So I just like them in general. So I think it's cool that you can like find a niche object like that people are drawn to, and it makes people want to buy it too. So that's a cool thing. You're doing a good job of finding things that people want to buy, and I think that's somewhat important as an NFT artist. But it seems like it's coming naturally just from what you're creating. So do you have some sort of creative process that you go through? How do you think of your new stuff?
Well, I've two different workflows. With the RGB series, it's completely different than with the dream catchers, because the RGB series is yeah, I use the drawing kind of as a meditation. If my head is stuck with thoughts, or yeah, I struggle with depressions and etc., and I use it to draw away my emotions. So some people will recognize that in my art, some people won't, but I don't mind. I just draw what I like and what I feel at that moment. And the dream catchers is something completely different, because it's a complete new style for me to draw in, and I took it as a challenge for myself to learn myself different techniques of drawing, and getting shading in there, and yeah, just to get to know different techniques, and that's why I only did 50 at first, to see if people like it and would buy it. And then I'm going to do another 50, but I'm going to expand the Dreamcatcher as I'm expanding my techniques, and it will be growing with me. So I thought that was a pretty awesome idea. So that's why I took it on that road.
Yeah, well, I think I can say from interviewing other NFT artists is as they start, they always evolve their work, you know, and I get to watch it, which is really cool. As someone that's really bad at art, usually I say I'm bad at art, and you'll say anybody can be good at art. You just have to do it, which is right, which you're so right. And it's like I just don't sit down to do it, but it's honestly inspiring to hear your passion about wanting to do your craft. You know, like I'm a dog trainer. I'm very passionate about training dogs. I'm trying to hone my craft over all these years to be very good at what I do, the same way you're trying to hone your craft and learn different techniques and things like that. So it's cool to hear your passion about it, and it's cool to see that you can change your style and you can learn new things, because if you can keep learning new things, you're going to be very successful, I think, in this environment. If you want to, go ahead and share your screen and go ahead and talk a little bit about, you know, your series, and you can kind of show them what you're working with, and that way they have an idea of what we're talking about.
Yeah, but it's just changing your style of work is just like learning a dog new trick.
Yeah, for sure.
Let's go check.
I can totally relate to that.
I almost wanted to share my Twitch, but that's nothing good on there. Let's go then. I will start off with my RGB series, because that's the first series I dropped, of course. At first, I already heard of NFTs before I started playing the Humble Miner game, and I posted some of my work, not this work, but in the same style on Bakery Swap, and I think I dropped 1 or 2 designs, and those never sold. I did not even get feedback, no reactions whatsoever. And with the first money that came in from the Humble Miner game, the NFTs that I got there, I went to YouTube. I went on, I Googled on YouTube, I looked for how to create a main asset. So I bought my main assets, and in 20 minutes, I was already minting my own NFTs. And I posted 8 or 9 NFTs on Ravenist, and 6 of them sold the same day. So that was really insane.
So you got your main asset funding from selling NFTs that you got from the Humble Miner game?
Yeah, I did not put in any of my own money.
That's amazing. My hat's off to you.
Yeah, thank you. My second project, I have to put it away here.
But I love that series. You know, I love how, you know, it's kind of minimalist, but yet, you know, they're all very different. I think it's just very cool.
Yeah, thank you. My second project was with JC Keen with Cryptomona. The Cryptomona NFT was one of the NFTs I sold from the Humble Miner game. And right away when I posted it on Twitter, JC Keen reached out to me saying, hey, you have a pretty rare NFT going on here. And he started explaining the rarity stuff about NFTs. And we started talking, and later on he taught me how to work with generating bots, etc. And while he was teaching me, we said, "Von hey, just do a collab with it," and that's where the Mona Morgans came to life.
Those are really cool.
We worked some few weeks on it, and it was it was pretty amazing experience to work with him.
Yeah, so from my perspective, you kind of come into the scene and you drop, your RGB series, and I was like, oh, these are cool. And then you did this collab with JC Keen, and I thought that was really cool too. I thought it was cool that you just came onto the scene and you guys were working together, I guess, with him reaching out to you. It was cool that he's, I think helping in the onboarding process and teaching you a skill, and maybe you teaching him a skill too. And I think that's the whole ideal of collaboration in itself. So that's awesome.
Yeah, I think we learned from each other, but I really yeah, bothered him with a lot of questions like, hey, what would be a good selling price? Oh, what should I do now? Oh, what do you think of this idea? Oh, what do you think of that? So, but he was always yeah, very responsive and very nice. So I consider him as my mentor in the Raven community.
I think it's good. I think it's good to have, a mentor and someone that's just willing to help you and, not looking to gain anything, or maybe looking to exchange information. I think is good in collaboration as well. But, I think I've reached out to numerous people and just helped them maybe be able to post their project on Ravenist or do a main asset or anything that maybe you and I think is simple now, but is extremely hard if you've never, like you said, you had to go look up a YouTube video because you weren't sure just how to do it. So uh, it's cool. It's cool, but it's cool to see that you're proficient like that, and you can go just look up the video and boom, you did it. So good job.
Yeah, but that doesn't work with everything. Just like it's the rarity stuff in it, and it was, yeah, it took some time before I really understood what was going on with the generated bots, etc. But I also found out with this, I was thinking from, oh, the generated stuff, that's pretty awesome. I want to do that more, and I want to do more with it. But then I found out with this, the designs in here are pretty cool. But compared to my RGB series, for me personally, it feels like it's losing his emotion. It's still pretty cool, but it was not what I was looking for. So that's why I looked further from, hey, what can I do next? And that's when I came up with the Dreamcatcher.
That's interesting. It's cool to see that, you had a certain idea behind it and it maybe wasn't exactly what you wanted, but at the end of the day, it is what it is, and you can move on to the next thing and continue to create as an artist.
So these are my dream catchers, and some of them turned out pretty good, and some, yeah, well, some less. But I was amazed by how the community received these dream catchers, because there are some people who have 6 or 7 of them. So that's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
Every time that still today, if NFT is sold, I do a little happy dance in my room, and I'm sitting like, oh, I saw the one again.
Well,
So
it's cool.
it's pretty awesome.
Yeah, I mean, it's great to support you and to see so many people support you in whether it is 45 Raven or it's them buying, a bunch of them. I think they're all pretty cool. I think as you kind of look at them, there's way more detail than meets the eye. Than I'm glad that you pulled it up like this, because
Yeah, if you zoom in on them, because they're pretty big files, they're also slow.
yeah, there's like a lot of detail on the feathers
in the
there.
feathers is pretty much work, and the black feathers are actually not totally black, but there are different colors in there. Just like yeah, the black feathers are raven feathers, and if you look up close to real raven feathers, they're not totally black, but there are different colors in there. So that's why I did it, and I tried in the rope and the knots, etc., to have little details in there, but yeah, they're not as good visible as I wanted it to be. But it's, I think the rope has the most time in it. But next time I'm making new ropes and new designs. So, and you can also see that some of the colors don't match up with each other, but That's all work in progress, right? I should not be pointing out the little flaws in it, but
Yeah, no one would notice. I mean, that's the funny thing is, you're always going to be your own worst critic. But like I said, I think that is the detail. Yeah, the devil is in the details always. So it's cool to see when you zoom in how much details in the feathers, and it's honestly cool to see that you're like, this wasn't exactly how I wanted it to be, but I wanted to do it this way next time, and I want it to look even better. So I think I just want to continue to look out for what you produce, because I think that's the cool thing is you're definitely going to continue to develop your skill, and your art's going to get better, and your projects are going to get better. So
well, let's hope so. And at the last, I don't know if it's under my collections. Yeah, I found out that the community was a pretty big thing here. And at one point, I wanted to say thank you to my community, so I made my own token. And it was the first time I did something in 3D, so it was a bit a challenge to make it. But oh, I don't have the things now. But I made an own token. You can spin it around, etc. And if you buy one of my NFTs, then you will get some tokens of love. Of if someone helps me out, or I wanted to make something that I can give back to the community.
that's super cool. I was talking in the group chat today about maybe making some sort of NFT, or some sort of marketing where we're doing paid promotion. And I thought, if we could get people to, the same way we did for like the Stably donate, make like some sort of coin for NFT marketing, and if people buy the coin, they get the NFT, and then us as like community can decide how to use the funds essentially to market Ravencoin, financially a little bit with some sort of organized financial backing.
That would be awesome, because right now the Ravencoin community does not have a marketing team behind it. We are the marketing team. So it would be nice if we can get some funds and do some more stuff with it.
Yeah, I mean, I think, we like, I don't even want to be the one to do it necessarily, but I think it would be cool if somebody did it. And I think it could be something where several people even have the keys to the wallet or something like that, where it's really a community thing, and potentially the community votes on how and where they want to spend the funds. So, but also it's nice to have some sort of memorabilia for your donation as well. So I think that's just like a good way to kind of commemorate the moment of donating to marketing Ravencoin in this moment in time when it needs it so badly.
Yeah, it would be an awesome idea, and I believe there are already people working on projects where they put their NFTs, the profit of their NFTs, towards the Ravencoin community, like Birds of a Feather from LSJ, from the Raven Angels. If you buy those NFTs, and a part of it goes to the Stablecoin project, there are more people doing stuff like that. So you see a lot of people who are active in the community that are not only trying to sell their own NFTs, but also try to give back. And that's something I can really get behind.
Yeah, I think a lot of people, especially in the group that so well, is we're doing nothing but trying to promote Ravencoin all we can, and market it the best we can, and market different people's projects, which I guess, like you said, is a good time to transition into your project here. So what's up with
Yeah,
this?
here it is. I was in a space a couple of weeks ago, and a lot of people were saying, yeah, there are so many spaces, and we need someone to gather all the spaces. And so we have an organized agenda to see what is up and when it's up. So that's why when I came up with What's Up Raven, and I got some help with making the website, because I am as technical as as a brick. I I I don't know any coding. I don't know anything about making websites, etc. So I got some help, and I downloaded some easy plugins to host a calendar. And this is a project where anybody just can submit their own events. You don't have to put down your email. You don't have to dox yourself or tell who you are. Just submit your events, and of course, I will check a little bit of if the event is legit and if it's something I heard of before. And so we have a calendar right now where yeah, all events, Twitter Spaces, Braveland meetings, the doubling of the Birds of a Feather project of LHJ, what I called out earlier, is on here. And I hope a lot of more people will join this website and will let people know what and when they're doing. People are also starting to post giveaways on here. There was a giveaway on here Sunday where you can go to a link and then you go to Twitter right away, and then you know, oh, there's a giveaway on that day, or that day is a deadline for a contest which I can join. It's
Very
pretty
cool.
easy. Hey, you can subscribe to the calendar so it will get on in your phone or your calendar on your computer. So you always will know what's up.
That's awesome. I think kind of a community-run board like this is awesome to just submit your events. I might start posting some of my YouTube events that I'm doing just when I'm going to be filming with people, and so at least people know that I plan to be filming with these people, and they can expect the videos out in a short amount of time afterwards. So, but I think so many people can really take advantage of this. It goes as far as, you know, anybody that's working on Ravencoin, building anything and having some sort of event. So bring it on.
Yeah, even if you just want a brainstorm session or anything on Zoom or Discord, just post it and tweet about it, of course, and you will try to get people in on this way. And if you have a new NFT project coming up, just post it here and get people hyped about it. And every little thing, every little bit of exposure helps.
Yeah, I totally agree. I think having a centralized place like this makes it really easy. And like you say, it's very user friendly where you can just pop in and post something to the calendar, and you have to do very little work as far as signing up to anything. You don't have to sign up at all. So you were very smart about your, you know, total design when kind of keeping yourself out of it, besides just setting it up and being able to post events yourself. So that's very smart.
Yeah, there were also people trying to push me a bit for, oh, you should post ads on it, and you should let people pay to do stuff on it. And well, that's not the idea about it. It's just it's for everybody to use. It's to help the Ravencoin community to get bigger, and it's not to get myself bigger, if you know what I mean.
Well, I love the spirit. You know, I think uh you know, in doing my videos, I just try to give everybody exposure because, you know, like you said, the community is still somewhat small at this point. I think it's going to continue to grow. And so hopefully my channel will continue to grow and Ravencoin will continue to grow. And, you know, if everything's going up, everything's going up. So it makes it good for everybody. Um, so what do you like about Ravencoin yourself as, you know, kind of being someone that was, uh, a digital artist, or you know, someone that's kind of was learning digital art and then you know, has become an NFT artist essentially. What do you like so much about Ravencoin?
Well, at first, what's not to like? It's so easy to get started here. If you want to start NFTs on a different blockchain, you have to know about smart contracts. You have to understand smart contracts, and maybe you need a coder, you need a developer, etc. Here, it's just you go into your wallet at your main asset, and you yeah, you type in a name which you can read, and you press a few buttons and your NFT is there, and it is in your wallet and it is yours. And you can sell it off on different marketplaces. You have a choice. If you want to go to Ravenist, you can go to Just NFTs, you can go to Mallory Market, and there are plenty more to come. And you post it there, and then someone buys it, and they will get your NFT, and it's gone out of your wallet, and it's theirs now. So there's no smart contract hassle, and it's just easy to use. And next to that, what I love the most about Ravencoin is the community. Of course, I jumped in to make some money, because I think that's why everybody starts to do NFTs, and to exposure themselves. But I think it was only when I was a week or two in, I understood that Ravencoin is so much more. It's about helping each other. It's about supporting each other. And I think I already have, in the short amount of time that I'm here, that I really made some friends. People are checking in on me, even, hey, I haven't heard from you a few days. How are you? Is everything okay? And it gives you the feeling that you're part of something bigger. So, and yeah, we're still early. At least I hope we are still early. And I think we have a pretty bright future up ahead in Ravencoin.
Yeah, I mean, I do too. It's amazing to hear, you know, you just have your background with becoming an NFT artist and really running with it like this, where as an NFT artist, you have access to like a global market with Ravencoin. I mean, there's NFT collectors from all over the place, and there's Ravencoin miners from all over the place too. So it's one of those things that as more people continue to see it, it's going to continue to grow the ecosystem. But I am glad that people like you have access to that market where, you know, potentially they never did before. You know, if you're trying to sell art locally, you might not ever get some of that stuff sold, but because of the Ravencoin community, like you say, you're able to kind of make some income and have fun doing it. It sounds like too, and have a very supportive community and make some friends. I've definitely made some friends myself in this community, and continue to meet new people almost every day, and grow relationships. And I think that is what makes Ravencoin pretty special. Are there any future projects that you're already starting to develop that you haven't done any sneak peeks yet? Or if not, what are you thinking about doing next?
I have talked about it a little bit before, but right now I also have a date. The 11th, then I'm going to start a new project on Ravenminx. And
Oh,
I
so
don't have
it's
any
mintable.
sneak peeks. Yeah, I don't have any sneak peeks yet, but as far as we are now, it's going to be around 2K mintable objects. And those are made to be something to give to someone else. So it's
Interesting.
I hope people will like it, because yeah, I like it, and I just make it because I like it, and I don't think, oh, I'm going to make what other people will buy. No, I will put on what I like and what I think that's coming from me. So we will see.
So it's a generative series, I'm assuming, since
Yes.
it's on Raven Mint. Are you gonna have a lot of traits, you know, different traits?
Right now I have, let me think, I think around 7 or 8.
Let's see. Interesting. And so, like you were saying, the idea behind it sometimes is to mint it and to maybe send it to somebody else.
Yes.
Interesting. Uh, well, my mind's wondering, you know, I think it's cool to have some sort of project that we can create some hype around too. And that's unique. I think I've seen, you know, several different people come into Ravencoin and think so outside the box with their projects, which then inspires, you know, other people to think outside the box on their project. And I've seen some really cool things, and I'm hoping that some development and features continue to develop from the people that are building, and it maybe makes it easier to be an NFT artist and have access to more people. I'm hoping that more and more buyers will come into our market as well. We'll see with Ethereum potentially going to proof of stake. We'll see how that, if it changes anything with the
Oh,
NFT ecosystem.
We need the big collectors and we need the whales.
I know, yeah, we
Well,
definitely need some whales.
for me personally, it doesn't matter because I try to sell my NFTs not too expensive, because I want everyone being able to buy my stuff. But if you look at the NFTs right now, like the Kevin Lynch project and etc., it's pretty awesome to see the numbers going up on that project. It's on 60K now, I believe. And I hope it will go up, and we will get more projects of that sort and that kind of quality, because it's really awesome to see.
Yeah, I know. I don't know if you were back in the community, maybe, but I think it was maybe September or October or something, but they were making 3D AR degen smokers. And there wasn't very many. I think there's maybe only like 4 or 5. I think like Wajid has some, and Sunny maybe has one, but they sold, I think maybe one of them sold for like 55,000 Raven, or I think maybe
Wow.
one sold for 60 or 65. I could be mistaken, but it's somewhere in that area. That's like the most I've seen NFTs sell for. And this uh, Kevin Lynch project was, I think it's very cool. I think it should go for a lot of Ravens. So I think we'll see if it brings any whales into the scene and maybe shows people. I think tons of times on Twitter, there's people that have been mining Ravencoin or that have been buying Ravencoin for years that just have no idea that the Ravencoin NFT ecosystem is what it is, and there are so many marketplaces. So I think just continuing to let people know that that's a thing will continue to help too. Do you have any thoughts on your whole 2022? It sounds like you have this next generative series that you're going to put out on Raven Mint. What do you think beyond that, and what are the futures of you building anything else on Ravencoin?
I'm not sure yet. Of course, I'm going to continue my Dreamcatchers series and to let that grow. And I most of the time I will just go with the flow, just like I just jumped in with my NFTs with no plan, no strategy behind it, just doing it. And that's how I work for most of the time. So yeah, we will see. Maybe I will have a new idea next week. I call them my brain farts when I'm in the shower or lying in bed. And we will see what will happen. But of course, I will continue helping on new people onto the blockchain, because right now I think at least 2 times a week I get DMs from, hey, you're on the Raven chain. How does it work? Can you help me, etc. And then I'm saying, yeah, I'm not the best person to go to. I'm only here for a few months, but I can help you as far as I know. And if you have questions which I can't answer, I will send you to someone else. I will continue to do that, of course. And I hope to see WhatsApp Raven to grow even further. We are looking into options where you can sign up to events like Zoom meetings, etc. And you can go right to the Zoom from there. And I heard someone talking about doing art lessons on that. So yeah, I will see if we can make that bigger, and we just go with the flow.
Yeah, I think that's a great outlook to have. I think it's good to kind of set your pace and continue to work on your dream catchers. I'm really looking to see how you will add more detail to maybe the next series of dream catchers that you put out. And I think onboarding is a great discussion because you have WhatsApp Raven. I think a website similar to that where you could send people, where everybody could send people, would be great, right? And maybe it's something that the community helps build, just like this website as well, where people can go on and edit the information that's on there, or maybe certain people can just help you build the website, or help somebody build a website. That we can talk about it maybe off the air.
Yeah,
But
I know someone who dropped in her Discord that she had a long journey on where to go with her NFTs. And I believe she's making a website where she found with what she found in her journey to where to start, and also about Raven and getting into Raven. And I think we might can hop on that project to yeah, help new artists.
yeah, I think onboarding artists and onboarding collectors, I think is, some of the biggest thing we can do to help the NFT ecosystem. The crazy thing is Ravencoin is I think potentially going to have many ecosystems in the future. So I think it's cool to be at the beginning of this one and watch it kind of transpire like we are, because I think it's definitely going to change in the future. But any final thoughts that you have about, Ravencoin or your NFT projects, or anything else you think you have left unsaid?
No, like I said, I'm just going with the flow. I will drop some more RGB series designs in the future. Which one of them will be a design with a physical item connected to it? Because I have a small company at home with printing T-shirts and hoodies, etc. So I'm going to work with that, and that will be the last special in the series. And further, we will just see what happens, of course.
Yeah, and so what avenues do people have to connect with you as an NFT artist?
Sorry?
So like what ways can people contact you as far as, getting some of your work, or contacting you, like maybe a Discord or anything like that?
Yeah, I have my own Discord channel. It's only small, but it's working fine. And you can DM me on Twitter always, of course. And yeah, later on there will be a contact form on WhatsApp Raven too, so people can contact me there too.
Very cool. Very cool. Well, I'll get your Discord invite link afterwards, and we'll post that below. So if anybody's watching this and maybe wants to collect some of your work, talk to you that way, or join your Discord community, they could do that. And I'll put your Twitter down below too, so they can, contact you, and I'll put your Ravenous link and everything like that. So it should make it easy for anybody that's watching the video if they want to support you, which I totally think they should, as I have. I think you're doing some great NFTs, and I think it's going to be cool to watch you grow. So I really appreciate all of your time talking about your projects, and I appreciate all the work that you do for Ravencoin. As I said in the chat today, it's kind of a thankless job sometimes to do kind of volunteer work in a community like this, but I think we're all doing it together, and I think that's what's important, and that's what's fun about it.
Yeah, for now, I have the feeling we're getting a lot back. So, and thank you for doing this and giving exposure to all those great people in the community and helping them out too.
Well, yeah, I mean, I enjoy doing it. I think it's fun to interview people. I think it's cool that I can connect with you over Zoom, and you're, thousands of miles away, but it's, like we're face to face and just talking NFTs and Ravencoin is what I like to do. And I don't have that many people in real life to do it with. So this works pretty well for me.
That's the same. My boyfriend is sitting sometimes and I'm oh, you sold another? Yeah, I don't get why people are buying it, but
like, just be quiet. I'm making it. Okay. It's working.
Yeah.
Well, I totally hear that.
Go sit behind your PC, go do your own stuff. I will do mine.
I hear that. Well, I'm really looking forward to, continue to watch you grow. Like I say to so many people that come on this channel, I would totally like to follow up with you sometime and kind of reflect on this video and be able to be in the future and see, how much has changed. So we can look forward to that. But thanks so much for your time, and have a great night.
Yeah, thank you too. Bye-bye.
All right, bye-bye.